All right, let's check our work on this unlock the problem. This is number 8. It is a higher order thinking question. So let's make sure that we understand what they want us to do. It says Gavin sold 21 pies to 7 different people. Each person bought the same number of pies. How many pies did Gavin sell to each person? Okay, I understood all of the words. Now let's make sure I understand what they're asking me to do. It says Gavin sold 21 pies to 7 different people. Each person bought the same number. That's good information to have. How many pies did Gavin sell to each person? All right, I have the information I need to solve this. What do I need to find? Well, I need to find how many pies to each person. Okay? How can I use a strip diagram to help me decide which operation to use to solve this? So it's not just asking you about how to use the strip diagram. It's asking you how the strip diagram is going to help you know what operation to use. So let's look at this. How can the strip diagram help me? Well, if I know how many boxes and what number goes in each box, then I can figure out how many total I have. If I already have a total and I know how many boxes, then I'm missing one of my factors, which means I'm dividing. Okay? So if I am missing a factor, I know I need to divide. So for instance, if I know I have my dividend and I know I have my divisor, I'm missing my quotient. That's the same as missing one of my factors in a multiplication problem. 7 times what equals 21? So when I'm using my fact family and doing that inverse operation, I'm looking for a factor. Okay? I know the total. I know my divisor. I'm looking for the missing quotient for division or missing factor for multiplication. So since I have my total number of pies, I need to complete the strip diagram. What number goes in each one of these? Well, there's a couple different ways you can do that. I have 21 pies total. I can start dividing them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why do I have 7 boxes there? Well, that would be because I sold to 7 different people. Okay? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. How many little tick marks does each of those have? 3. Now I know what number to write in there. 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. 3 is my missing factor. So I've done the strip diagram. I have my total. I know what my divisor was. I just needed to figure out how many pies each person got. So what's another way that we could have solved this problem? Well, you have a whole bunch of different strategies that you could use. You could have used fact families. You could have used repeated subtraction. You could have used an array. Could have used grouping. Any of those would have been fine strategies to use. Okay? And let's do E. Write a related multiplication fact. Ooh, since I used fact family, I already have that one good to go. 7 times 3 is 21. Or you could flip your factors. 3 times 7 is 21. Both of those work. Right? 7 times 3 equals 21, or 3 times 7 equals 21. Let's complete the sentences. Gavin sold blank pies to blank different people. He sold hang on. Hold, please. He sold 21 pies to 7 different people. Each person bought the same number of what? Pies. So Gavin sold blank pies to each person. How many did he sell to each person? He sold 3. Fill in the bubble for the correct answer. So Gavin sold 3 pies to each person because that's what we were trying to figure out in the first place. How many pies to each person? How'd you do? Did it make sense? I sure hope so. All right, let's do this multi-step problem, and then you are on your own for the last page, which is your graded practice for today. This is your HOTS question. Multi-step means I'm doing more than one operation. There are 35 peach pies and 42 cherry pies on 7 shelves at the bakery. If each shelf has the same number of peach pies and apple pies, how many pies are on each shelf? Explain. Oh, hang on. This says cherry and this says apple. I do believe it's supposed to say cherry, not apple. So let's look again. There are 35 peach pies and 42 cherry pies on 7 shelves at the bakery. If each shelf has the same number of peach pies, and we're going to say cherry pies, how many pies are on each shelf? Okay, if you didn't catch that and you were confused, now you know. So let's work on this. I know I have 35 peach and 42 cherry pies. I know that that is going to be divided by 7 shelves. I need to know how many pies on each shelf. How many pies are on each shelf? So what do I need to do first? I need to add up my total number of pies so I know what my dividend is. 5 plus 2 is 7. 3 plus 4 is 7. I know that 77 pies are going on 7 shelves. So I need to say 77 divided by 7 equals what? Down here I'm going to make me a little fact family action. 7 times what equals 77? Well, any number doubled, like this, that's by 11. Okay? Another way I could have done that is to subtract 7 repeatedly over and over and over. I could have done an array and just kept on going until I had 11 dots in my thing all the way out here to 11, right? Could have done that. I could have done groups. 7 pies, 77 or 7 shelves. How many pies on each shelf? I could have done any of those. So I chose to do fact family. I know my factors of 7, so I know that 7 times 11 equals 77. It says to explain. I need to add all pies together to get my dividend. Comma. Then I can divide by 7 to get my quotient. I'm running out of space. My quotient. Okay, that is an explanation. Okie doke. Add all the pies together to get my dividend, then I can divide by 7 to get my quotient. I'm hoping you did really well on this page too. I hope this didn't throw you too much. I'm not sure why that typo was there, but now we know. In fact, I'm going to change this on your page so it's easier. Yay! So, little hint, I make my videos the day before. Here we go. If you have questions on division by 7, please remember that you have several strategies you can use. The first one, make an array. Secondly, Use your fact families if you know your multiplication tables. Third, you could do groups. You could do repeated subtraction. You could use a strip diagram like we did here. Whichever one floats your boat, that's what I'd like you to use. You are completing the next page. Be aware there are only 4 problems on this page, which means each problem is worth 25 points. Make sure you take your time. Make sure you show your work. All right, friends. See you at 11.